Hello, and welcome back to another day of Catan. I'm Shloopity, and we'll be playing some 1v1 games. Sitting at a cool 2180, just 2 wins off of a couple of big milestones. 2200 ranking, and top 100 in the world. Both goals have the same criteria, so, let's hope for the best, and let's jump into it. Going first, and lucky to do so, because there's really just the one big source of ore up here. I'm looking at the 693 immediately, but I won't take it immediately. I would like to scout out our options. I don't think wood and wheat will be too hard on the way back. I imagine he takes something around this 8. It'd be a great pickup for him. But even if we're kind of lacking on road building materials, it's not the end of the world if we have a really strong ore wheat sheep game. Because if he takes something like this 8-4-10, I don't see him very likely going on like the 8-5-10, and I think I'd still be happy with that pickup. That being said, we will point right to try and ensure that we can at least get onto this 10 and have a source of wheat. There's something to be said about the 3-1s, but it's not like they're in contention. We'll get them eventually and wrap around this 6. He does take the 5-8-10. Oh, my goodness. So that leaves us the 8-4-10, and basically all of our dreams come true. That is a phenomenal spot for us. We are pushed all the way over onto this western coast, and he has a lot more expansion room than we do. But hopefully we can get to this 10-9-5 before he's able to take it away from us. And the 10-9-2, I think, is the very first thing that we go for, just so that we have multiple sources of unblockable wheat. If the 3s really roll, there's a chance we get to this 9-10-11, and we have a beautiful game afterwards. He's definitely opted for road building and fast expansion. But I like our setup. I think it's pretty strong. Oh, important game, so here's hoping we have a bit of luck on our side. And our numbers are rolling to start. Hopefully we get up a fast city. I think I'm going to play this just a little slower, though. We don't have any duplicate numbers that put us over. There's the 3. That's big. And we are going to hold out. Ooh. That's the city, but I'm going to take the dev. The Year of Plenty is amazing. Okay. Alright, I'm glad that I popped. And we are... He's got several wood in hand. But I don't think he can road plow there. He needs the brick. He does get the brick. Okay. We're okay. That's alright. We were one off. We could have gotten the road settle, and that would have really done a lot for us. But that's okay. We'll go ahead and take this. Take the road settle. Secure this spot. Pop another dev for the night. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Things are looking pretty good now. Hopefully he can't take this spot away from us. Not the ore. He does get the ore. But we'll just block his there. We don't steal it back, but that's okay. Alright, we're just a 4 away. Oh, double ore steal. Hopefully that's not the city for him. Man, these 8s, I'm getting nervous that he's going to snag the spot. Sorry, my dogs are going a little crazy. He certainly has the cards for it. Doesn't even take it from us. Interesting play there, but we'll certainly take it. Alright, I'm going to take this spot, spruce up our brick a little. Unfortunate that we get the wood right after the port, but better to have it. Yeah, I think it's got to be this 11, because any single 11 is just 3 ore for the city. And for our final spot, we'll get up onto this port. I wish we'd had a city by now ourselves, but that's alright. We're doing pretty well. And getting onto this port, things will be looking up. I would love to take this 10-11-3 so that we have multiple sources of ore, but I think the port is a little more important right now. There we go. 5 settles down, very flexible, very high production, on the 3-1, clean road path. Things are looking pretty good here. Now we just need the city. Oh, dangerous 11. He's definitely doing very well. Man, that is the last thing we wanted to see. I need a 7 to get this thing off my sits. There we go. Can we steal one of those ore? We sure can. And we cannot let our sits be... Ooh! Our sits be blocked. Does he have the knight? He does. Oh, he's able to use the ore and Papa Dev, so he doesn't have any in hand. Now we kind of actually want the 11 to roll just on our turn, hopefully. That'll be a huge swing in momentum. And I'm okay to pop with it. Yeah, the knight's pretty important here. Let's slow down how much he can move around, and again, we're happy to let the 11 roll here. And I think we keep popping devs until we reach that point. Okay, so he has a non-knight in hand. We'll also do it the hard and dirty way because, I mean, the mono is good forever, you know? Anytime this 11 rolls on our turn, it'll just be a sleeper agent that'll get us our next city. But I'll just port for this first one here. There we go. Now, he is going to take army temporarily, but I need to hold the knight in reserve here. Okay. He's already at 11 points. This has been something of a painful game. I am going to block the 11 here, just because we already used the knight, and I don't want it rolling on his turn, and there's a high chance he just plays a knight. No, he doesn't. Okay, alright. We need to take road because he is dangerously high. That helps. Okay. That's still alright. Like, I would have loved it, but we wouldn't have been too actionable with it right now anyway. Steals the wheat, which I hate to see. Yeah, having a tough time of it. This one isn't quite going our way. And that makes it so much harder to fight road. Okay, that's good though. Finally we got it on our turn. And I think I city up the wheat and wood here. It's what we're needing for devs and road. There we go. Unfortunately, he does have, and he wins. Oh, man. I think that was just an unfortunate game. I don't know. It was... It felt extremely lopsided. He got those 11s at a very opportune time. Maybe I should have played the knight just to keep control of army, but that felt so bad when it was already blocking him and it was the only knight in hand. He got exactly the 3 knights needed when needed to take army, and then the 3 VPs to finish out the game. I mean, we got the mono, which was big, but it never quite was there when we needed it. And not very many turns. He got 5-7s where we only got 3, and that made a pretty big difference. Really unfortunate to see that one. And I don't think it's anything that'll necessarily be obvious or clear in the stats. It's more of a matter of the numbers rolling when they did in the early game. But that's alright. We'll jump into the next one, hopefully play a little catch up, and keep going forward. Well, I sure do like this 5 sits 10. It denies... If I were to take the 5-8-10, which is very good, or the sits 9-10, also very good, the other one's open. And so the 5 sits 10, while less resource diverse, takes up a lot of the ore and denies those powerful spots. And it gets really the only decent source of bricks since the other one's locked away over here in the corner. It does make picking up resources on the way back rather difficult, though. All the wheat's kind of clumped down here. I just think, like, while I would love to take the sits 9-10 and then get on this wheat clump in some way, I think leaving him the 5-8-10 is just too strong. And the wood port is good once we get down there. Like, if need be, we'll take something like the 4-9-2. To get the starting sheep in hand. He just has the 12 of brick. So we will be able to build faster than him. And I think the very, very first thing is getting down into this 3-4. Soak up all the wheat. Even if he manages to backdoor plow us to the 8-10. It's not the worst thing in the world because the wheat is caned here and we'll just be able to city up, probably work our way over to a 3-1, and then pop devs when he's kind of stuck on low wheat. I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes, but I feel like this is the best course of action. He definitely still has a game. Ooh, that early 10 helps. He gets on here, more brick. He gets up to the 4-5-11. Maybe he takes the ore port away from us. There are quite a few things that do kind of spell our demise long term, but I'm hoping we have a little more luck than that. Nice. I mean, getting cities isn't going to be the problem here. We do have to be very conservative with our sheep. Alright, so he's dropped his road. I'll go ahead and drop mine for hand management. On the 12, there's no way that he gets the road settle for the plow. That is the city, but I think I'm going to hold out. Because if we spend... Ooh, the 2 is nice. If we spend our wheat on this city here, and then he just perpetually blots the 4, we never get the city. We never get the settle here, and then he does actually plow us on all sorts of things. Now, he's at 3, so we can at least bounce the 7 back and forth, and this leaves the wheat in hand. If a 10 rolls, it is a massive pickup for us, because it gives the settle and the defensive road here, so now I'm willing to drop the city. I could port everything for the brick, and I could pop a dev. I think I'm okay to pop the dev. The yop is really good. And we get the 4 anyway. Okay. Now we don't have to rely on the 10. It comes in anyway. Great to see. All right. There we go. Our biggest concerns are now gone. And we'll use this for 2 sheep in order to pop devs. He blots the 10, but we kind of... it would have been nice there, but we kind of already used the brick that we so desperately needed. I would love to get up here onto this sits 11-3, if it's possible. If we roll some more wood, I might just use it for that. Another city is pretty big, but I think this spot, to make sure that we can actually get some more sheep and have an out for our road path, is really, really important. I don't really want to 4-for-1 our ore just for that potential plow, when it would rely on the 2. Let's just city up so that we have more road building materials. Like, that's really good. Another 5 ore sits and we use the Yop to pop a couple of devs. Oh, he steals the ore, but it doesn't really make a huge difference. The 5 ore sits still gives us 2. Ooh, okay. Well, that's pretty big. As is that. We like to see that. Let's hit this so that he has a harder time deving. That's good. Unfortunately, I still think we just have to hold. Maybe we get a lucky 10. No, he's going to throw it back on there and steals the wood. Okay, that's 2 devs. And hopefully we're able to take back control of the night. That's 3 devs. That is really great. Okay. Perfect. And he rolls a wasted 7. I mean, he gets an ore out of it, but still. While I would prefer the Sits 311 because it allows us to wrap through here for the road connect, he's gonna get it before we do. And at that point, I will simply go to this 910 for sheep. And it keeps him off the brick, so it's not bad. Ooh. I think we have to. I think we just have to. He only has 3 cards in hand. I'm gonna make him sweat for it. With the Year of Plenty, it is so easy for us to get. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. That feels good. We pop again. Next up is the ore port. That's fine, we have the knight in hand. He steals the brick, which is kinda sad, because he desperately needs it, but I think we're in a good position now. We steal the sheep, which we desperately need, so fairly even trade there. I think it's just another pop. We get wheat easily enough, and the mono, once again, is huge. Let's shut down his 4. It hurts him a whole lot more than it hurts us. We know that there are no more monos in play, so let's just ride this one out. There we go. And we city up the sheep to let us pop devs a little easier. That's fine. We have the knight ready and it lets us take army. And we're still just going to suppress that sheep. I was saying, so that devs are harder. We'll throw it back there. See, I'm perfectly fine with that block. Yeah, it delays our city on the Sits 4-3, but that's alright. We're both currently working portless, which I think hurts him a little more, just because we have, like, really nice production. Like, I could steal the wood, but... man, he sure has got a lot of stuff in hand, but I don't think it's anything that I necessarily want or need. Let's go ahead and just port this for the wheat. Because our 4 is blocked, we only get it in single increments, and so on the Sits we'll have the city. There we go. Now, we have a very solid ore wheat sheep game, and he just resigns. Unfortunate that a win and a loss brings us lower than we were before. We do lose rankings on an even set of games. So let's get into the third one, try and end this a little higher than we started. Very fortunate placements so far, and in that we get to go first and have consistently had just a ton of ore to choose from. The 5-9-10 feels pretty good. The 8-4-10 is a lot of something, which is not quite enough wheat. There is sheep and road building on the way back if we want to go that route. And I think 8-4-3 might leave things just a little too open. I get the feeling that we're going to be sharing this 4 of wheat. And I'd like to have unblockable sources of ore. So we'll take this 4810 and point left to get onto, hopefully, something like this 943 if the sits 9-3 isn't taken. Or just the 8-3, which is a very good expansion spot. The sits 311 up into the ore port complements us well. Complements our setup very well. And I'd be happy to get it. If he takes something like 5-9-10... He's looking for much of the same things, though, which makes our life a little trickier. If he takes 5-9-10 sits 311, there is always the option of 8-4-3, plowing him to the ore port. On the settle, we just have to 4-for-1 for a sheep with our massive amounts of wood, which is fine. Unfortunately, I don't know if he's lagged out or what, but the bot places for him, oh my. I don't know if he just rage quit after we took the 4-8-10, but there were like really great spots for him that were left. I don't know that the resign was quite justified there, but we'll go ahead and oh yeah. All right. Not the most exciting way to get there, but we are at 2192, very, very close to the 2200 rating. Who knows? Maybe he just got called to dinner. I really don't think his position was bad enough to just resign on the spot here. The 9-5-10 sits 311 is strong. I mean, we did have ways of combating it for sure, but I don't know. Either way, we will certainly take it. Cannot leave it there. I want an exciting finish to this. I want to hit 2200. Let's get into the next one. Okay, he's going to have to make a decision here, either the ore or the wheat. And I think we're pretty happy to go second and get whatever is left. I mean, if he prioritizes the wheat here and takes the 8-4-3, 8-5-4, 9-5-10 is a killer setup, and we are just cooking. If we're left with the 8-4-3, the 4-9-6, man, no, if he takes... This is where it gets tricky. If he takes the 8-4-5, we then have to deprive him of this 9-5-10. Nope, he gives it to us. All right. Crisis averted. Don't have to make hard decisions. Let's see. As amazing as this 3-1 is, we can't point to it because the 4-6-3 is a phenomenal pickup for him and he plows. If we go 5-9-10, 8-4-5, I think we start with the ore and the wood, because we'll have plenty of wheat. And if he does take this and go over here, this leaves so much of the board uncontested over here, and then we're swimming in sheep. The sheep port becomes fantastic. We do have to worry about a road connect, but I think we point down either way to just get every source of wheat in the game, and the sheep port. Could point down, which may in fact... No, if we go down, he takes the 9-4-11 and plows us. Yeah, we're going to have to point left. I'm just concerned about the road connect. I don't know that we'll have quite enough. We'll be working with the same amount of wood, and he's just ever so slightly stronger on the brick. But if he takes the 3-4-6 and points down, he gets the 4-9-11. And then he really outpaces us. But we'll have stronger ore wheat sheep, and hopefully that pulls through for us. Yeah. And he's going to immediately drop the defensive road to the 3-1. He is going to have better port setups than we do, which could be why he prioritized this 8-4-3. The brick and wood and 3-1 are really going to help his game just go smoothly. I'm really not concerned about more wheat right now, so I'm just going to drop over here. There's a world maybe where we save up and try to get this 4-9-11 with like 2 roads and a settle, but I just don't see that happening when we're working with the exact same wood and he has better brick. I'd rather have multiple sources of brick because we share the wood, just so that our expansion materials are unblockable. We share the ore, which is his best source. We share the 8, which is his best source of ore. So I'm not too scared about citying up. That's great. Alright, now we just need the 5 or 10 to show up. Another 7 will also do. We are stealing ore, which is great. Come on, let me get the settle down. I'm certainly not going to port. The 7 out hurts a little too much, though. We'll drop the road over here. We are now waiting on a 9 again, but a 7 out was just a bit too painful. Maybe we can come through here for the connect. I am just going to risk it. Man, killer 3. If he gets ahead in the dev game, we are going to be hurting. I can't port all my wood. It's rather essential. I'm just holding. I'm going to risk it. I need something. Well, the consequences of my own actions. We end up dropping it all anyway. At least he doesn't have a knight in hand. I say as he draws a knight. Man. And the block. The 10 and 5 were just quiet for so long. Okay, the knight is great. Unfortunately, he gets the 8 before we're able to block it. Steal the wheat? No. I think the 3 is probably a worse block, or worse for us than the 6. Okay, there we go. Alright, we can bounce it back after he plays it here. No knight. Of course, the 6 does roll. I am once again in this position. I'm just going to have to hold. There we go. Alright, give me a 9. Another 10 is really good, honestly. We already have the knight in hand. I'm going to take the city so that we can pop devs fast and furious. And also the road building really jumps through the roof for us now. That's okay. Steal a wood. There we go. We can put it back on the 8 where I would prefer it to have been all along. That's pretty big. I'm going to drop 1 road for hand. And if we can get the 5 or 10, we get the plow. Not anymore. Oh, man. That hurts a lot. Okay. This is very good. And what he has done is left himself vulnerable for this road connect to be broken. If we can get a little lucky, our hand is just so completely stuck. I feel like the 5s and 10s have been kind of shy. Yeah, we're just going to have to sit and wait as another 7 strikes. At least it hits both of us. I'm just dumping the sheep. And I'll do this. He steals the wood. Man, these 6s have been non-stop. 7 out again? Nope, just blocks the much-needed wheat. We'll still put up a fight. This game looks over, but who knows? I'm just going to hold out. We're already behind. I'm going to continue to play risky. That is settle city or 2 devs, but I think we just have to gun for it and hope that our rolls come in and be really aggressive here. Now we have a lot of sheep. He's gotten road, which means we have to take army. With the brick port, though, I don't see any way in which we come out of this. VP. Final city. Pure or wheat sheep. Let's just run for it, try our best. Yeah, now he's starting to pop devs. Unfortunately, he has like multiple sources of ore, and we just do not. Just gotta skate by some 7s. There we go. No port, so we're doing this the dirty way. 2 knights is really good. I think the 3 is still probably one of the worst rolls for us. But we need to play this knight for the sake of army. All this 4 for 1 hurts my soul. The Yop's pretty good, though. We're weirdly even, but I feel like he has a bunch of VPs in hand. Good block there. Okay, we're going to go here. We're not too far off, honestly. We have another quick settle up here. He seemingly has 3 VPs, though, which is very, very scary. He is still pulling, though, so perhaps not. In any case, I mean, I guess he could have a road builder that he just doesn't see the need to play. He's popping. He must not have them in hand. Oh, brick. Useless to us. Okay, seeing knights is good. That's also good. Still no. Okay. No 7, please. Thank goodness. Unfortunately, we're out of really quick road settles. There we go. Okay, that is huge. That is absolutely huge. Okay, we just need the settle to win. I know for a fact that there's another VP in there. But I think we're just going to hold out. Oh my goodness, how? How? I don't know how this happened. I thought we were dead for sure. Yeah. Holy cow. Whoa. I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all. Oh my goodness, what did he have? He only had 1 VP? What? How was the deck still just full of them? What a crazy game. What did he have? Just knights that he wasn't playing? No, all the knights he did. He just drew worthless road builders for him. Oh my goodness. Oh, getting bailed out by the dev deck at the very end. I mean, like I said, we went or wheat sheep and we won with the dev deck. Oh, also, we could have taken road somehow at the end there. All of our numbers just came through at the very end. During the middle of that, I thought we were dead. I had given up hope. This is why you don't resign early. Never resign early. Oh my goodness. 2200. There it is. Number 88 global. Oh, I am pumped. I am excited. Oh, that is crazy to see. I never thought I'd get here this season. Still not number 1 in Indiana. Good job, Gaslight Man. You are holding on to that rank. I just want to give a thanks to the people who have been here from the start of this channel, which was not very long ago. Just a few months ago, I started at rather low ranks making these videos for fun, and now to hit top 100, I really did not expect to get here this season. And it is undoubtedly in part because of the people who have been helping me refine my game, who have been critiquing my gameplay. Thank you guys so much for the people who take the time and give detailed breakdowns of when I misplay and how I could better improve my game. As well as the people who simply show up to be kind. Seriously, when you guys leave nice comments, it really does make my day. It just brings a smile to my face and lifts my mood, and I really do appreciate everybody who takes the time out of their day to be kind. I am so excited to have this ranking. Oh, you know what that means, though. We gotta aim for top 10. Even if it's next season. I do not know that we would be able to get it this season. I just don't think there's quite enough time left, and I don't think that I've refined my game quite enough. I still make misplays. I still have trouble splitting my focus sometimes, and part of that is the commentating. I definitely play better off stream, but still, I would like to get better at the game, at the channel, at the commentary, in all aspects, and really just continue to move forward. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed those games. And I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.